We've got a very talented opponent trying to bounce back from a tough loss this past week to Western Illinois. Kennesaw State is a relatively new football program, but very talented. They're in a very talent-rich area in Georgia that has a lot of really good football players, and they've done a nice job recruiting. They were 8-3 last season, and they've got a lot of momentum going into this season, and predicted to finish tops in their league. So to say that we have a tough opponent is an understatement. This is a really, really good football team, very, very well coached football team.
It's kind of surprising to see how quickly Kennesaw State has built their program up. This is only their third season, but they're already pulling off huge wins.
Yeah, again, I mean, they don't have to drive far to recruit, and they're able to get some really talented football players to stay in town there. The thing about these kids is they've all played a lot of football. They just start the program, so there's not a lot of expectation trying to go to the Rose Bowl early, so they're just getting their guys in there, teaching them what their standard of performance is and how they want to play. And these kids have played a lot of football, so this is a very mature, experienced team that we're getting ready to have to go up against.
And of course, they just came off of a loss against Samford, who's a former OVC team, and of course now in the SoCon. But so it's a little bit of a. It shows us there's some signs of what Tech could do against that team this weekend. Yeah,
I mean, that was a very tough opponent they had to open up with. They had 11 explosives. Samford had 4 explosives, so they were +7 in the explosives. They were even on the turnover margin, so their toxic differential was +7. So you'd think they'd have a chance to win the game, but they had a punt blocked. They blocked a punt, but they had a punt blocked, which balanced it all out. And Samford just made some key plays at some key moments. It was impressive to see. Kennesaw was 10 of 20 on third downs, 50%. It was really, really good. To have 20 third downs is a lot of plays. They had the ball for 36 minutes, a lot like Western Illinois did to us. I mean, they're going to possess the ball and run the ball. So if we have another lackluster night on offense where we can't get first downs and our defense is out there all night, it's going to be a tough road to hoe for us.
Questions from media?
You just hit on one of the major ones I wanted to talk about. I mean, like he was saying, they may have lost last week, but they led in every statistical category pretty much. They outrushed them by 200 yards, stuff like that. How do you attack something like that? How do you look at that and say, oh, they led in every statistical category, but they lost? Like, from a strategy point, how do you attack
teams like Kennesaw and like Georgia Tech? Think about Georgia Tech, like last night's game is a perfect example. Georgia Southern through the years, like the only way they really lose, to be honest with you, is they'll have 1 or 2 games a year where they turn the ball over. And a lot of times it's not the opponent turning it over. You hope that, in the exchanges and the timing, they're once or twice they'll be off and the ball's on the ground and you get extra possessions and you win the game. But if they're on and they take care of the football, it's hard. I mean, you've got to be physically superior to the opponent, to whoever the opponent is that you're playing, in this case, Kennesaw State, or they'll just keep the ball. I mean, they're not going to punt it. They're going to get it to third and 4. They're going to run the quick dive. They're going to get it to 4th and 1. They're going to go for it. They're going to get. It's grueling to go against, and they're doing a really nice job of implementing their system. Coach Bohannon is, and they're playing off their strength, which is to run the football and play great defense. But it is mind-boggling that they were +7 toxic and still lost the game, and they blocked a kick, and it's crazy. I mean, Samford there was like 4 or 5 plays that they made plays, and that was the difference in the game.
Like you said, they're going to possess the ball a ton. Do you think, based on the game that you had this last week, where you had your defense on the field a lot of the time, do you think they might be a little bit more prepared for something like that?
Our defense?
Yeah.
I think they are always preparing right now the way that we're playing offense, and until we get our acts together on offense and learn how to execute in a way that we can stay on the field and get first downs. And the thing that killed us the other night was first down. Like, we were so horrific on first down that we weren't able to overcome it and continue drives. And then defensively, we have got to get off the field, and we have to create turnovers, and we have to take the ball away. We can't just rely on them throwing the ball to us. We have to go take the ball away with that mindset. And we had 2 instances last week where it was 2nd and 15. We make the tackle. It's going to be 3rd and 13, and we get a face mask. And then it's 3rd and 9, and we get the incompletion, but we hold and get a pass interference. So we got to stop beating ourselves with penalties and just have an attacking mindset to try to get the ball and create turnovers.
On the other side of that, Kennesaw State actually had a bunch of penalties last week. I don't know.
They had 9 for 91, and I don't really know what they were. I haven't researched that. I mean, that could be the first game, you know, because there's a lot of quick motions and stuff, just administrative stuff before the snap. I haven't really. That's something I need to look at. But I don't know what the penalties were, but I did notice they had 9 for 91.
After a game like last week, you know, you talk about y'all's process, and there's a very big mental aspect to it. How is the team doing after that loss? Like, where are you guys in the mental process? Right?
We're just. I mean, we have to understand, and our players understand. We're not changing. Like what we do is proven to be what we needed to win and to create, you know, the organization that we want here. So they have to start protecting the process more. They have to, you know, they live it. Like, we got great kids. And just because we go out and got physically overwhelmed by a really good football team doesn't mean the world's ending. We just have to come back and commit to our process more as coaches, commit to our process more as players. And we just started all over, started running. Like today's competition, I mean, this is the most important day, right? Because we say practice is everything, and this is the one day that we get to go hit each other and be physical and try to start really sculpting our brand of football that Western Illinois used against us. Like, we're trying to be the most physical team out there. So today we're going to go tonight. We're going to get a chance to go out there and hit each other, and we're going to hit each other in a safe way. But that's the mindset that we've got to play with. But I like, you know, our team. They're very resilient, and we got really high character, you know, very good leaders in our team. And they're working. They feel like I do, and that's a start. Like, they don't want to lose, and they don't accept losing. And they've had a sickness in their stomach since Thursday night that they can't wait to get out.
Is the hitting, is that like your normal Tuesday? Because I know you talked about like the week schedule last week. You know, and you guys were like a day ahead or something like that. Is that where you normally are?
Yeah, Tuesdays are normal. We're in full pads, and we go live and we hit, and we do it in a safe way, and we take care of each other. But it's all about creating that physical mindset for the week. And we want people to come to watch our practice on Tuesday, like when we were at Temple. The NFL scouts would all flock to our practices on Tuesday because they would talk about how we were the only team left that was doing this stuff and practicing the right way, practicing like an old school football team. And hopefully that's what, if you come watch us practice, you would see tonight.
You guys have anything you want to ask? I guess just one more question. Have you talked to Andre at all? Is he ready for another shot? Like, we already talked about it on the phone a little bit.
Right. No, he's ready, and I'm proud of him. Like, but that's a lot to ask to play against. You know, we didn't even get to watch Western Illinois' defense. Like, we had our kids. Like, they to get hats on hats sometimes. What Western Illinois was bringing us was amazing to me because we didn't have any film to go on. And so for Andre to get out there and fix some of the protections and get some completions, and you know, the thing I like about Andre is he tried to take it all. Like, he took all the blame. He wanted to everybody know it's his fault. He's got to get better, and that's the first sign of a leader. And I think that he's going to be fine. He's going to continue to get better, and he doesn't have to be Michael Birdsong.
Right.
He just has to be a little bit better version of Andre Sale this week, and then next week be a little bit better version of Andre Sale the next week. So we're committed to him, committed to getting him to where he needs to be, and we think he can be a really good quarterback in this league.
I'll close with one more question. The opener against Western Illinois, obviously an FCS playoff caliber team. Kennesaw State, a team that could be right there in that mix. Playing against those competition, heading into OVC play, how does that help you guys?
It's huge. Like I told our athletic director, Mark Wilson, we're not playing anyone less than Division I football. Like, we're a Division I football program. So we're not going to play non-Division I football teams. That's a waste of time. Like, our brand and where we want people to see us from a perception standpoint is we're FCS, not FBS, but we're a Division I football team. And I want to play the high caliber opponents like we have been, and I want them to continue to get better. And as we become a better program, I want to play the kickoff classic like Jacksonville. I want to play North Dakota State. That's where we have to, to raise our perception level here locally and nationally. We have to play these games. We can't play lesser opponents. It's not going to do us any good. So to have these 3 weeks of Western Illinois, Kennesaw State, and Ball State, and then we start our conference, we're going to learn so many valuable lessons in these first 3 weeks from the high caliber opponents that we're playing.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys.
It was good.